seen the future.
Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. Welcome to the weekly Oracle guidance and lesson for this week of June the 19th. And we're going to use both decks again. The Good Tarot, which by the way, thank you so much. Oh my God, like it's been #1 now in like all the global Amazon sites. So I'm so happy you guys are liking it. And anyway, so we're going to use the Good Tarot, and we're also going to use Wisdom of the Oracle. I really like to show you how you can use my Oracle decks as a co-creative tool where you'll have cards from one deck tell a side of a story and cards from the other one tell the other. So it gives you a more complete picture of what's going on. Remember that we talk about prescription as opposed to prediction. So what this is doing is we're tuning into the energy for the highest good. So this is going to affect you, obviously, if you're watching the video. But I think sometimes the cards also talk about what's going on in like global affairs. So we see like what is the thing that we're talking about most in the media, for example. So the first two cards I pulled right now was from the Good Tarot, and it's very interesting because it talks about, it's the Hanged Man and the Nine of Air. So if you look at the traditional tarot or the classical tarot, the Hanged Man always represents delays and sacrifice, and the Nine of Air is actually the Nine of Swords. So it typically is something that saddens you, or you're martyred by it, or you feel really depressed, or it's, you know, something not good. But the way I have created this deck, and remember the way the intention of the deck is actually is the thing that tunes into the energy. So I didn't create this deck based in the classical. I created it so that you had a way out of the experience the other one predicted. So I'm going to read you the affirmations around it. So if we look at the Hanged Man from this perspective, we are still looking at sacrifice and we are still looking at surrender, but there's purpose for it, right? So sacrifice and surrender are necessary at times like this. Nothing in life is free, nor does everything happen according to my timetable. This is an affirmation. Do I know this one? When this card appears, I'm reminded that a delay is in my best interest. I'm reminded that until all the elements are in place, I'm meant to surrender to the greater will for the highest good for all. It's time for me to let go of my attachment to how I think things should be. I am called to surrender and wait to see how things play out. Now, the second card, because we asked for more information, that's our anchor card. And the Nine of Air gave us more information about the Hanged Man. So it tells us how we're feeling about it, but another element like how we're thinking about it or what we need to do about it. So I'm going to read this to you too. And I like reading these to you guys so you can actually hear the affirmation and see it this way. So this is about shifting negative self-talk to self-compassion, from fear to possibility. It's a call to faith. So with a gentle, mellifluous voice, I tell myself that I will be okay, that I am okay, and that any fear is merely false evidence appearing real. I forgive myself because I know I'm just a human trying to be the best I can and need only call on spirit to remember that I can and will do better as new possibilities begin to gather on my horizon. So obviously this is about, you know, maybe a sense of disappointment because you tried to set something in motion and maybe there's a delay this week. But it's also about really asking us to regroup and to take a look at some of the commitments that we've made that may not be in alignment anymore. Because if you are in a process of change, a lot of people are evolving very quickly. And so the future that they thought was for them in the past, well, by the time you get there, you're like, well, this isn't for me anymore. And you know, and it's taken away from you because it's just not right for you anymore. So I asked the Good Tarot for a third card to give us more information about that. Because frankly, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be just disappointed. Tell me why. Tell me what it's about. So the third card is awesome because it's the Three of Fire. And the Three of Fire is a very optimistic card. So it takes faith into action because the fire suit is all about faith. Only we make it actually happen. So here is what happens as a result of the whatever delay or surrender that we have to have, and maybe the sense of being really like self, you know, like being kind to yourself about it, surrendering, etc. Here it says, when you do that, you get this: expansion of opportunities. the fullness of creativity and achievement. I am on the right path toward my success. I have an abundance of opportunities before me. I need to trust myself, for I can make good choices for myself and co-create situations and relationships that are in harmony with my heart's desire. So what I think this is really telling all of us is that what's truly authentic to you, is the thing that you want to be pursuing. You want to own the essence of that in your heart. You don't want to take second best anyway. So maybe if something's withheld for you, I love that statement, what is mine, what is truly mine cannot be withheld from me. So if something is taken away, it's not yours, or it's not in your highest good. And so whatever that is for any of you this week, including myself, this is saying like, yeah, because something way better is literally coming around the corner, so let it go. Spirit has a plan, and it's better than yours. Now, let's take a look at Wisdom of the Oracle and see what else can we learn about this. And the two cards that come up from Wisdom of the Oracle are Soulmates and To Be Fair. So I don't think this Soulmates card represents romantic relationships in this context. I think it's much broader, just intuitively I'm seeing that. And I'm going to read you what that says. I typically don't read all the cards, but I kind of feel like doing it lately because I can show you how you can gain a little bit more understanding, because you'll have the booklet at home. You'll go like, how does she do that? So I thought I would show you how. So we're looking at companionship here. That's the word that sticks out for me. So it says harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. So we are looking here that this is not an event so much that are just like a thing that happens. This is to do with people also. So this is the people you associate with, and this is the tribe and community that you're operating within. So the Oracle's message says, you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. So you're not solo in this whole thing here. So it's not just one person, it's a bunch of us. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you may differ. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life, remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to those people today. They are your greatest gifts. You know what's really interesting too? I got this card for a number. I don't like to talk politics at all in these readings, and I don't anyway on my pages. Nobody's allowed to. Politics and religion are verboten. But somebody had asked me about a situation they weren't happy with, a political choice, for example. And the Soulmates card was really key. It came up in the reading. And I said, you can't make a judgment because soulmates come in so many different forms. We don't know that sometimes somebody comes in to kick you behind the knees so that you can become more authentic. Sometimes they stay forever, sometimes they love you, but you got to remember that they're important in the big picture, in the big story. So this is saying to us not to judge. So perhaps somebody comes in and says it's delayed or do whatever. And this is saying this is all really important because the people we associate with are in our highest good, and even if they come saying no to us, that's not a bad thing. And interesting, To Be Fair, which is an awesome card here, talks to us about the balance of events, that basically the world goes up and it goes down and the pendulum swings. It doesn't mean that if you go in one direction, it's not going to come back and go the other. So no matter what we have to surrender or sacrifice to this week, and it can be something very tiny or something very big, it reminds us that nothing stays the same forever. A no can change into a yes as well, or a better thing takes place. The universe doesn't like a vacuum. Bam, something else takes its place. So I'm going to read you this one too. I love these cards. Okay, so 38. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you're not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. That's the Soulmates card. Don't ever judge the thing that you think, oh, that's all bad, I didn't get what I want. This is all really, really good. It says here, accept all them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there's an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. So I think what I really want to take away from all of this week is for all of us to practice non-attachment and non-judgment. To really take a look at whatever is going on that may be delayed or that we have to surrender to temporarily is actually part of this way for us to get to the better peace. The Three of Fire talks about having faith and trusting that these extraordinary opportunities for whatever it is, again, I'm being a little more general because you'll apply it to your life in a more succinct way. Anyway, so this is the way you can work with both my decks together at one time. So what I teach in Oracle School, I show people how to use multiple decks to have deeper conversations about things about their lives. If you ever want to do that, well, you got to come check out Oracle School or go to the Oracle Insiders page on Facebook because lots and lots of action around Oracle cards are going on there. I'm there doing Facebook Lives and putting all kinds of really cool stuff in there. So the Oracle Insiders page is where you might want to go. And I'll talk to you next week. Take care. And if you like this video, like the video. Also like my page and leave a comment. I love to press those little hearts, especially at 5 o'clock in the morning with coffee when I read them all.
I've seen the future. It's beautiful.